Hi, I'm Ted Dinsmore, President of SphereGen Technologies. I'm talking with Bob Rosa today of Ulbrich Steel. Ulbrich has been a customer of SphereGen's for the past 8 years, and we've worked with a number of technologies. Today, we're going to talk about Ulbrich's work with AI and automation, including developing a strategy with the executive team. Great to see you again, Bob. You can go ahead and introduce yourself and your role at Ulbrich.
Sure. I'm Bob Rosa, Corporate Director of Business Systems at Ulbrich. I've been here for 40 years. I'm the senior leader responsible for overseeing Ulbrich's business applications, ERP system, data platforms, and technology-enabled process improvements.
Why did AI and automation become important for Ulbrich?
Initially, we were looking at automation just as a efficiency tool, sort of robotic processing to remove or assist in repetitive tasks. And then we kind of improved it a little bit, and it's improved accuracy. It gives us assistance in some decision-making processes. So that was our initial reason for looking into it, was really to automate some repetitive tasks.
And what challenges were you looking to solve with intelligent automation?
Well, we had a couple we were looking at. We have a 35-year-old document archive system that really is not being maintained well anymore. And so we wanted to get that to a different platform. So we needed a way to migrate all those documents as well as have a new process to index those documents as they're being archived, because that was an all manual process. Another one that we looked at too was we had EDI for receiving of material.
Mhm.
And while that was a robotic process in itself, just because the way EDI works, not all of our vendors could support EDI. So we needed another method in order to do that. And this seemed like the best process to do it.
Bob, can you share the largest areas of impact that you've seen from implementing AI and automation?
Yeah, it's still expanding on the two projects that I just mentioned. The reduction of human error and the replacement of manual entry using bots to do that saves time and the need for additional people to perform those tasks. Both of those have also taken over responsibility of repetitive, mind-numbing tasks, as I call them. And in addition to document archive implementation, providing additional intelligence into those documents so that humans can find them easier. So what we did was, again, everything was manually entered before.
Mhm.
And now with the ability to use AI to go get additional metadata or index information, we're able to do that faster and more reliable.
Were there any struggles or perceptions you had to overcome when you're implementing this technology?
Yeah, quite a few actually. You've got your fear that I'm going to lose my job. That's a big one,
Yeah.
because AI is going to replace me. The resistance to change. You've got people that have been doing this job, and like I said, I've been here for 40 years. There's a lot of other people that have been here for 25 plus. I've always done it this way, so why do I need this new tool?
Right.
Um, Another thing is we have some unrealistic expectations of what AI really does or means. They think it's a magic solution. It's not. Um, and then it's just difficult for us to identify what are some of the high value use cases that we wanted to do. And then the biggest one that we've got to be concerned with because of the industry that we're in and some of our customers is security and governance. We've got to make sure that we're working towards keeping our data saved. We follow any regulatory compliances and intellectual property protection. So we want to make sure people aren't using AI the wrong way.
So what tips would you suggest for other manufacturers starting out with technology? You've been on this journey for many years now. When somebody starting out in it, what would you suggest for them?
Start with business problems. Don't just start with the technology. Don't just, ask how can I use AI?
Mhm.
Look at what the business is, slow down and figure out what it is you want to do. So is it replacing manual data entry, slow reporting, approval of bottlenecks, excessive time spent searching for information? Those are the types of things we want to be looking at. I would also suggest picking one or two high value use cases. Don't try to transform the entire company in one shot. So look at your low risk, high visibility tasks or projects. Um, Document searches and knowledge retrieval, those are things that are good use cases that you could look at as a starter thing. Focus on employees' productivity. Don't try to do it as reducing, not just reducing costs. We want to remove repetitive work. We want to help employees save time, but we don't want to spend. We don't want to do it as high visibility stuff. Another one is just you got to make sure you have good quality data. Bad data leads to bad AI. I mean, just like any other thing, garbage in, garbage out. Involve the business early. AI should be viewed as not as an IT project, but as a business improvement. And then again, governance is a big piece for us. Make sure you establish your governance early.
And we've been working together from a service perspective for many years. Um, when we start looking at vendors, when you look at vendors to work with, whether it's a tool vendor or a service vendor, what's important when you're looking at your AI vendors in choosing to work with you?
I think you want to find one that understands your business or your industry. That's probably key.
Mhm.
Focus on the outcomes of what they're going to do, not necessarily just technology, because technology can be used many different ways. Um, their stability. How long have they been in business? What's their customer base look like? And cultural fit. They're more of a partner than they are as a just somebody you're going to pay to do something for you one time. So you just want to make sure that they can listen and understand your objectives well.
Where do you see AI and automation going next at Albrecht? We've done a tremendous amount of in AI in the past. Where do you see it going next?
It's funny, we just had that conversation this morning, actually. But I see us doing things along the lines of specific projects. We have things where customer PO requirements come in, and we've got somebody who just sits there and looks at the customer's PO, compared what order entry did, and make sure that they're the same, identify any differences. I can see us using it to select material for orders that we're developing, and then eventually develop the process to make those orders because we are a job shop. I can see it helping us to identify inventory shortages, maybe request a quote, to get more material, evaluate the vendors that are out there, and even prepare recommendations. Like that's probably a little bit further down the road. I could see it using to track orders and communicate delays to those customers, as opposed to somebody in sales trying to say, your order's late. Let me get an email out to you. I could see it being an automated process, at least generate the email, look at data, and make those decisions. That's right now. That's probably where we're spending the most of our time, is looking at things. What's the best use cases to take us to the next level?
And one of the things that we've talked about over time is we've implemented these tools in your own environment for Albrecht to use. And I just want to take a minute and just ask you about that for a minute, because we put them in place where you own them, you control them. They're not out on somebody else's cloud. How important did you think that was?
From a security perspective, we have to make sure that we're keeping our data in-house, not allowing it to get out there. There's between nuclear and some of the other government type things we do, it's very important that we follow those policies that are set down by regulatory for us.
Great. Thank you so much, Bob. Is there anything else you'd want to add to anybody that would be interested in what we're our subject of AI and technology in manufacturing today?
Again, we've been working with you guys, since 2017, I think, at this
Yes.
point,
Yes.
thereabouts, right?
Yeah.
And it's been a good partnership, and I highly recommend you guys as somebody else that they could use you as well.
Thank you, Bob. Really appreciate your partnership.
Anytime.